Alright there folks, and welcome back to what is actually episode 2 proper of the Macclesfield save. It's been a couple of weeks actually. Christmas, New Year, family stuff, illness, finding time to get on board with the Macclesfield, plus a change of system, which we'll get to in a minute, because obviously Football Manager was patched the day that I started this save. So I started the save, played a few games, played 5, not bad. You can see there 9 points. We're sitting quite nicely given the fact that we're tipped to go straight back down. A change of system required because the 4-4-2 that we were employing no longer worked. So what does that mean? 4-2-3-1 is what we're going with, which is, it's actually the very same system that we used in Football Manager, or I used it in Football Manager 2016, I think, or 17 maybe 16, 17 crossover. So it's pretty much that. So that's basically it. It's been some, these numbers will mean nothing now. You can see Ben Stevens has had a great start to his season, his campaign. I'm just wondering if we can do better. Probably not. This sort of was the best way to line up. Yeah, it's probably the best team we can put out. And these numbers, as I say, will mean nothing because it's all old system. This is a new experience for Mac, and it's Everton. Now we're going to come back for the first game of September against Crewe, but a chance to play Premier League opposition in Everton. Marco Silva's Everton gives us a good test. You can see we've really improved. We started the season with 3 draws on the bounce. The goals package should be running literally now. So yeah, 3 draws on the bounce. We managed to knock out Colchester, as you saw. 2-0 down we were, but we came back, we rallied, equalised before the break, and then a 3-2 victory in the end sees us with this home bumper day against Everton. So it's going to be interesting today. At least this one's a bit of a gimme. Interestingly, we actually play Everton's under-23s in a couple of days, well, a couple of weeks' time. In fact, this time next week. So we'll have a go at the first team, and then we'll have a crack at the reserves as well. But I wonder how many players will actually play in both games for Everton. Interesting. I'll see you pitch side with the team in just a minute. So there we have the teams. Then it's the team you saw us play. Hopefully these players will become more familiar to you, or the better ones will, and the poorer ones we'll never see them again. But for Everton, it's a very familiar lineup if you've watched Everton at all in the Premier League this real season, if that's a term you can use. No weakness in the side at all. They've not lessened the quality of player available. Richarlison's on the bench, which means Tosun up front. Let's say that sounded good to me, telling the boys that we've got nothing to lose. But apparently, it didn't go red, so that's okay. Pop out to the tunnel. Hopefully we haven't got 400 questions here. Let's see, it's just been rested. And there we go. I think we're off and running. We're coming out the tunnel now, apparently. No, wait. There's another 4,000 questions to answer. Does Mass tree in all them questions? We had a press conference before the game. I don't know why we need another one in the tunnel. I'm keen to get on as we just see. Ooh. Well, we were keen to get on, and then we put it straight out of play. Now, this system does rely on the fullbacks pushing right on. Hopefully we don't see a red card for Napa. He's already been booked inside 10 minutes as Baines crosses Walcott. Not great from O'Hara. Sort of palmed it down, did his best. I thought we would get there, though. Cenk Tosun arrived from nowhere to stab home. I thought we had the jump on this ball after the initial effort from Walcott was saved. I thought we would be... he's come straight past that fella there, who I can't click on for the Fitzpatrick, the man at fault there, in my opinion. Should have been more alert to it. Throw in then Oliver, or I don't know how you say his name, to be honest. Oliver. Let's call him Oliver. As Walcott rattles the crossbar and Bernard following in. They've scored 2 rebounds, in fairness, and that's what you're going to get. Premier League quality following in. It was a good strike from, I think, Walcott, assisted by Walcott. It's generous to say that's an assist. I don't think he's playing for this. If he is, then fantastic for him. And, no blame to O'Hara on that occasion. Well, that's the boys for some passion. We're 2-0 down at home inside minutes. Not great for the new system as Rose delivers. Vincenti can't win it. Stevens now. Edge of the penalty area. Kelleher. Back to Stevens, who drills it off the crossbar, and we're not there. We're not alert to the rebound as Zuma clears the ball out of play. We've asked for a bit of creativity as the referee's gone card happy. We've committed 12. It's got a 2 in it. 12 fouls so far this game, but 4 yellow cards already. Does put me in a slight concern that we might end the game with less players than 11. Ergo, a man sent off. So 2-0 down at the break. I think we're going to say that was terrible because it was. The goals we conceded were avoidable. And that's the killer. I think we're going to take Wilson off. He's been largely ineffective. And I don't really like to play Danny Whittaker because he's older than me. We're going to bring on Hodgkiss on the right back position. We've got to think as well, although, yes, it's our first team out there. Really, this game's probably done now for us. We need to move on and protect what might be our better players if we do have any, and focus then again on the league. But it looks as though we're going to be heading for our first defeat of the season. No shame in it, of course, coming at home to what is a very experienced, very Premier League rich quality Everton side. And we've actually rallied a little bit in the second, since going 2-0 down. I say this as Cenk Tosun brings the ball down nicely and sends Bernard out on this left side. There's got players queuing up. Have they? No, Hodgkiss clears. This is where we might be able to do something, although apparently not. Napa taking a risk, but, I thought the challenge was going to be met with another card. We've got one final change in, as it's a little bit early to make it yet, as O'Hara comes and claims that cleanly. That's the kind of thing that gets the crowd off their feet, in my opinion, or on their feet, rather. Doesn't knock them over. Kelleher goes back to O'Hara. Danger, danger, danger. That ball's pretty useless. Hopefully this system works better against League 2 opposition. You can tell I'm nervous. Fitzpatrick, great tackle, but it falls straight back to Oliver, who forces a save out of O'Hara. A save you'd expect him to make, but given the fact that we're 2-0 down, you don't really want it to go any further because suddenly 2-0. 2-0's okay, but 3-0's a bit of a thrashing. As Hodgkiss clears and Vincenti heads away. Davies though in control and back to Michael Keane, but nothing coming. O'Hara now clears the ball forward from this goal. Free kick. We're not picking up the second ball at all. As Richarlison has now been brought on and finds Bernard on the left side of attack, and we're just not tracking the runners. We're not going to see the replay because I'm going to make a change, and I'm going to bring on Harry. No, I'm not going to bring on Harry Smith. I'm going to bring on Nathan Blissett on the left side of attack, Well, as an inside forward, just to give him a bit of a run out. He's not particularly good, but then, you know, we aren't. So what's the harm? Minutes to play then. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. Zuma collects this throw in from Baines and goes back to Baines. Bernard on this left side, who's been a constant threat, but he runs straight into trouble with Hodgkiss and Rose. Maycock to Stevens. Vincenti on this right side had a very poor game so far. Can he make amends a little bit? Rose now. Maycock again. Back to Stevens. Inside, outside to Fitzpatrick. Crosses and Vincenti improves the display, really. Reduces the arrears. 3-1, even picks up the ball. That's what we're going to do this season, hopefully, to League 2 opposition constantly. We're going to get down the flanks. We're going to cross nicely to the back stick and rifle in. That's how we used to do it with Ajax in FM19, I think it was, or FM16 maybe when I didn't record and shame myself to the world. Fitzpatrick now. Stevens. There's a minute left. We could be all in. Fitzpatrick now. Rose. Out left now. Blissett. Oh, he's going full place. He's gone full force on this one as Rose collects. Vincenti. What a performance he's displayed. Maycock. Surely a foul, referee. Grimes. Oh, terrible. Referee, that's enough. Blow the whistle. 3-1 is a bit respectable. Oh dear. Bernard. And, it's 4-1. It puts the difference between the sides back to 3 goals. I think the rest should have blown up there. I don't know where he's got this 4 minutes from, to be honest. He's taking the mick, isn't he? I think he's probably had a little wager on Everton to win by 3 clear goals. It's a great finish from Bernard, in fairness, and I can't really complain. Surely a penalty. No, Vincenti's going to be... Yes, of course, yeah, and quite right too. He's going to be booked for that jump in the air. He had to go for it. And quite right too. If it's not a red card, that's disappointing. It should have been red. So, great stuff. It's going to be 4-1 then on the night. That's... it's a big scoreline. It's a heavy scoreline. But if you look at the actual stats, there's not actually that much there between the teams. Everton, clearly the better footballing side. But I don't think we needed to play a game of football to tell us that. That went well. So stuff to work on, including my team talks. I need to work on those, clearly. Right, so we're out of the League Cup. That's all right. We didn't really harbour any ambitions about winning it, despite what people might say. I'm secretly thinking we might, but there we go. We're back to league action next time out. The first game will be Newport County. We'll be off to Rodney Parade. The boys in orange will take them on. Hopefully we'll beat them. And hopefully we'll still remain unbeaten in the league now. Throughout this little period, don't really care what happens against Everton. Hopefully we don't lose 4-1 to their reserves. But if they play the same team, we probably will. So yeah, do pop a like on there for me. Thank you very much for watching today. And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. Football Manager content will be coming out regularly once more. Now we're into the new year, as it is. Happy New Year to you all. 2019, eh? Don't know where the time goes. I could swear I was just opening the wrapper on Championship Manager 3 just yesterday. Anyway, as I say, do pop a like on there for me, and I look forward to seeing you again on that very next video. Take care and goodbye.